The Hoax formed in about 1990, but we didn't start doing bigger shows until about 93, when we were asked to open for Walter Trout at the Boar Blues Club in Fareham, which was near Portsmouth.
The Hoax played brilliantly, and Walter Trout was standing at his dressing room door just to the side of the stage through most of the gig watching.
I remember being in the dressing room and hearing the opening act, and I came out and was watching. And I went back in and grabbed my band and said, "You got to come hear these guys. They're all teenagers, and they're just ripping, they're tearing it up."
I was super young at the time, probably 16 or 17, so to come off stage and have someone that I'd seen in other venues and seen play before, shake your hand and be excited by your band, it was a crazy feeling.
Please welcome their first ever television appearance, The Hoax.
The whole band had all this charisma and confidence. I wasn't used to seeing 16-year-olds with that kind of stage presence and confidence. A couple days later, I played in Colne, and I went to the promoter of the festival, and I said, "I saw a band of young guys, and the only way I can explain this is I had the same feeling I would have had if it was 1962 and I was watching the Rolling Stones at Eel Pie Club."
About a week later, I got a phone call, and it was from the organizers of the festival in Colne, and they said, "Walter Trout told us about you, and we want to book you for our festival."
And I guess the Hoax then got on the festival, and kind of it took off from there, and I was always a fan of that band.
They booked us for 2 shows. The first one was the Conservative Club, but the day before that we played at the Leisure Centre in the cafeteria, which was literally right next to the swimming pool, and so it was super hot and smelt really bad of chlorine.
Not that many people turned up, but by the end of it there was quite a good crowd, and it went down really well.
And then the next show at the Conservative Club was packed, and it was amazing. Everyone was coming up to us, telling us how other people had told them they had to come and see the band.
And it was a sensational gig. It's one of the best I've seen them play. And after the gig, wandered around through the town, and everyone was saying, "Oh, did you see the Hoax?"
To me, the festival and the Municipal Hall particularly has always had a real special vibe to it.
It's just got this great feel, and it's always an amazing crowd. I mean, they come there to hear the music. It's not like they're there to drink or they're there to party. They're listening to every note, and they're really focused on you, and so you can feel that energy that they give you.
The Hoax played there many times, and actually one time we were opening for Walter. He came off stage, and I went up to him and I said, "Well, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It was so cool to see you play. I think that's the best I've seen you. It was so intense." And then after I talked to him probably for about like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, he said, "I'm sorry, I really have to go. I've got really bad food poisoning and I have to go to the bathroom."
I remember that gig. I almost couldn't play. I was focused on keeping tight buns and trying not to projectile puke on the front row.
That's crazy. I think that's testament to Walter's attitude and just dedication to what he does. There's no way you can say that it's not authentic, that he doesn't feel everything that he does, and it doesn't come from a completely honest place. And to me, that's what music should be.
Authentic doesn't have to mean that you've got to come from Mississippi. If you try to recreate that, being a kid from England or a kid from South Jersey, if we try to recreate that, then we're simply a mimic. We are simply an impressionist. We're not honest to who we are. We're actors, we're not musicians. If we want to be authentic, you go out and play the authentic Robin Davey. You give them who you are, what you've been through, where you're from, how you were raised, what you learned. Give them that.
Walter was a huge part of the success of the Hoax, as was the Great British R&B Festival, so to come back with my band Beaux Gris Gris, I couldn't think of a better place to kind of showcase what I'm doing now.
Don't let the bastards drag you down. Don't let the bastards drag you down.
Something I've never done before. It's an approach to this style of music that I've never done before, and I couldn't think of any better place to showcase it than at the festival, because it's what kickstarted the Hoax career, and that was because people were accepting of something new and they were excited to see something new.